Hello and welcome to another Murders at Karlov Manor draft. I'm Paul Cheon and we're about to head into another draft. We are currently sitting at Diamond 1 with 3 bars. Diamond 1, 3 bars, so 2 more to go to hit Mythic. So this could be the draft where we hit Mythic. Let's see what we open. Pride of Colclade. Costs X less to cast where X is the total toughness of creatures you control. Okay. I'm going to look for cheap cards. For me, it's going to be between Perimeter Enforcer, Inside Source, and Makeshift Binding. And I'm not sure which of those 3 is actually the card that I want. Makeshift Binding is a nice removal spell, but I'm a sucker for 2-drops. Inside Source is also quite nice. But Enforcer has just been phenomenal for me, I will say. So I'm going to just take it. It always just feels great leading with this on turn 2 every single game, but there's 2 other premium white cards. They're all really, really close in terms of win rate amongst each other. So I think you can go any direction, but I think what I said this in a previous video, when in doubt, take the 2 mana card. So that's what I did, and let's hope that it pays off. Inside Source is fantastic, though, because it goes beyond what you would expect for 3 mana in this format, which is, of course, a 2-2 with War 2. However, I value the premium 2-drops. You can play a bunch of different 3s. Here, I'm going to take Neighborhood Guardian out of this pack. There's a lot of great cards in this pack. There's Lazov, Judith, which is cool, Reckless Detective, which I absolutely love. But Neighborhood Guardian is one of the best uncommons in the set, and it's exactly what I want to be doing to follow up the Perimeter Enforcer. So hopefully Red's open and I can take more cards like the Detective, but I'm slamming Detective Guardian here to go with my Perimeter Enforcer, my first pick Perimeter Enforcer. Moving on here, what are we looking at? Not a ton of white. There is Case of the Pilfered Proof. I'm looking at the black cards here. They all seem kind of replaceable. Extract the Confession can be good. Case of the Trampled Garden can also be good. But it's not something that pushes me into green necessarily. So I'm going to take Case of the Pilfered Proof here. If I end up with a more detective-centric deck, I think this card is so powerful that I'm going to take it and move on. But we can, of course, not end up in white and not end up playing this. But here, we're going to take the Seasoned Consultant. 2-drops, 2-drops, 2-drops. That's the name of the game. Let's take it and move on. Not seeing a whole lot of blue, but white pairs with anything. Here's a crazy stat, by the way. White paired with any other color combination in this format has a 57% win rate. Blue-black, 53% win rate. So white is clearly the best color, so you'll see me skew heavily towards white and then just kind of play out the draft and figure out what the second color I need to be should be. Moving on here, we have a Cold Case Cracker, a Slimy Dual Leech, and Red Herring. They're all kind of close in terms of what you want. I'll take the Cold Case Cracker just because I have Case of the Pilfered Proof. There is Red Herring, which is a decent too, but I'll take the Cold Case Cracker and just see if we can end up in a Detective's deck. And now we have, okay, well, there was the Slimy Dual Leech, and now we have double Sanguine Savior, so it's telling me that white-black is likely the combination that we want to be. So I'll take a Sanguine Savior here over Case of the Trampled Garden as, I guess, the other consideration, and see if the black cards continue to flow. This pack is pretty weak. Not too interested in Hotshot Investigators. There's no black card I want. Not a big fan of Agency Coroner. So I think I'm going to go with one of these aggressively slanted cards. I'm just not sure which of these red cards is better. Let's take the Goat. I haven't played with the Goat enough. We'll see if that one ends up being good. Okay, and now there's just more aggressive red cards. Not seeing any blue, and now not seeing that much black. Should we hedge 1 and 1? One of each? Alright, let's try 1 of each. Now there's a Dual Leech. Okay. I mean, the thing is, when you see a Scapegoat and a Red Herring, it's not necessarily a sign that red is open. I don't know that I want to take the Orangutan out of this pack. I think Slimy Dual Leech is pretty nice. It's just a decent body for 4 mana. 2/4 blocks a lot of things, and giving your small creatures +1/+0 Death Touch is good. So I'm going to take that over the Gearbane Orangutan, and we'll kind of let the packs help us figure out whether or not we want to be white-black, white-blue, or white-red. All right, here's a blue card. That's a detective to go with the Cold Case Cracker and the Case of the Pilfered Proof. Now I'm going to take... I don't really like Make Your Move. I guess I'll take... I don't like any of those cards, to be honest. I don't really like Soul Search either. And here we'll take... I'm just going to take the Defenestrated Phantom just because I'm not sure that I'm going to be blue. And because we're waffling between a bunch of different colors, I just want to make sure that we end up with enough playables. And the Defenestrated Phantom is definitely not a card I want to put into my deck. But in a pinch, it'll do as a filler card. Okay, so no great black cards out of this pack. So I'm looking at basically the two blue cards here in Cold Case Cracker and Projector Inspector. I think the Projector Inspector, there's a lot of good synergies to go with that card, so I'm going to take that over the Cold Case Cracker here. I think generally I just like the Inspector over the Cracker. We already have a Cracker and an Inspector, but there's just enough things that synergize with this, like if we get Private Eye, for example, where I want to take the Inspector. And that's a Perimeter Enforcer. Very, very happy about that. There's a Niv Mizzet. There's double Dog Walker if you want it to be red-white. But I'm going to just take the Enforcer out of this pack, and maybe we'll table the Granite Witness, Arrival, or Projector Inspector out of this pack. So I think now we kind of want to just pick a lane here. Try to keep ourselves reasonably open. And right now, this is looking like a pretty good Case of the Pilfered Proof deck. Outside of the Neighborhood Guardian, I think everything else is a detective. We have 4 2-mana creatures, which I love. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 detectives in our deck so far. So this is a pretty solid start to a blue-white detectives deck. No interaction, but honestly, I'm not even looking to take removal that much anymore in this format. It's just, I want cheap cards. I'll take... The combat tricks are fantastic. So especially if I'm blue-white, I just want all creatures, 1 or 2 copies of the Inspired Charge that makes a clue, and Auspicious Arrival, Out Cold, cards like that to be my spells. Really, really happy about Inside Source here. Love it. Love it. Unauthorized Exit is an okay trick. Case of the Crimson Pulse can be nice. If your deck is able to empty its hand pretty quickly, this thing can just draw you a ton of cards. Furtive Courier, not really the card for this type of deck. It's a better card in blue-red, because that deck just generates more clues and artifacts in general, but Inside Source is absolutely perfect for this deck. A great follow-up to turn 2 Perimeter Enforcer, puts an extra creature into the battlefield, and then allows us to have a different angle of attack and go wide, potentially, with this card. So here, this is interesting. Elegant Parlor is an okay card. I do like playing Surveil lands in my deck. I do love Out Cold and On the Job in this style of deck. But you know what I love more than those cards? A 2-mana card. These, I've found so far, are not quite getting the respect that they deserve. And usually I end up with too many of these cards. So this is more of a... I don't think the world has adjusted to how good these cards are in the current format. Whereas people know that they should be taking 2-drops. So I'm going to take these and then try to get one of these 4s later. Especially in the blue-white combination, right? I can get one or the other. They're kind of interchangeable in my eyes. Well, there we go. Now there's an Out Cold, and I'm going to take it out of this pack. Overassemble the players. Coerce to Kill is a fantastic removal spell. That's a Sanguine Savior, but I'll take the Out Cold here. I think in other formats, Assemble the Players can be good. This format is just too fast. You just can't take a turn off to play a card like this, and Out Cold is really, really good for this strategy. And now we have... Wow! That's a late... Is it just me? Every time I see this card, I just want to do the Randy Bueller. You know what I mean? Oh my god. 6-pick Lightning Helix. Anyways, we're going to take Auspicious Arrival. Great combat trick for this deck. Very happy about it. Not as big of a fan of Thinking Cap. I thought it would be really good in Blue-White Detectives. It's simply okay, but I'm not actively looking to take it, whereas Auspicious Arrival is very good in this type of deck. And now we have a Crime Stopper Sprite, so this pack went really, really well for us. I mean, this is just a deck of all commons and uncommons, but that's the great thing about drafting a white-based proactive strategy. You can win with just a blue-white deck or a red-white deck with a bunch of commons and uncommons, whereas I feel certain other color combinations require rares to kind of get the job done. Here we'll take the Cold Case Cracker, and the nice thing about this pack is we got so many playable cards, I don't think I have to play this Defenestrated Phantom, right? We're on 15 cards here, and I'm happy with every single one of these cards so far. I mean, look at this deck so far. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. We have 13 creatures. We have 13 creatures and 2 good tricks. And I like all my creatures. We have 6 twos. Oh no, sorry, this is not a creature. Wow, Projector Inspector tabled. This should not happen, by the way. We're still early in the format. People don't understand. Dogwalker is a premium card. It's first pickable. I'm taking, of course, Projector Inspector, and blue-white's extremely open, and I'm happy. I'm happy about it. Happy? Ecstatic? I don't know. I'm feeling all kinds of things. And the on-the-job tabled. So this is just kind of the dream start here. We already have more than enough playables. And of course, because we said that, we open a pack with absolutely nothing for us. I think it's still going to be okay. Hide in Plain Sight, phenomenal rare. That's kind of the cards I was talking about if you want it to be green. Hide in Plain Sight is great. You get 4 power and 4 toughness worth of stats, but probably more, right? Because you're looking at the top 5 cards, you're usually going to hit a big creature, and then you can flip over that card. So that's a great card, but not interested in splashing in this deck at all. Don't really care about Dogwalker in this deck. I guess I'll just take an on the job here. And now I take the on the job, and now I know that I'm just completely set. I have 2 on the jobs and 1 out cold and a bunch of creatures. My deck is good to go. I don't really want to make my curve too much higher than that. And here, I'm not interested in Sudden Setback or Griffknot Tracker in my deck. I'm just going to take Escape Tunnel just to make my mana a little bit better. I do like playing 1 copy of Escape Tunnel in basically all my decks. The Evasion effect also sometimes comes in handy, so I do not mind this card at all. Here we have another weak pack. Do I want to take Unauthorized Exit or something like a Crowd Control Warden? I mean, this is kind of like a tempo deck, right? I'm going to try Unauthorized Exit. This I didn't rate this card very highly before, but it actually has an okay win rate, 56.5%. And this does feel like the type of deck where Unauthorized Exit would be good, so let's give it a shot. That's Elite Galvanize and a Coerce to kill. Here I'm going to just go ahead and take Haas the Vigilante. I do like having 1 decent top-end card, and I do like this card a lot. It's great with the double Perimeter Enforcers that we have. So let's go ahead and take that. And yeah, we are getting... I mean, Pack 2 was great, but Pack 3 is pretty bad. It's just we're getting all the green cards. Not too much we can do about that. I suppose we can take a Hotshot Investigators here. It's a detective over something like a Crowd Control Warden. That could be wrong, but I think I have enough 3s. I have triple Projector Inspector, double Crime Stopper Sprite. Do I have already? No, I don't. And I have a Defenestrated Phantom too, if I want just another random big creature. And look, wow. Yeah, we are getting completely cut off. I mean, look at this pack. It's got a great blue-red card. This is the best uncommon in the set, or it used to be last time I checked. There's a Shock. There's a Lockstone on Eavesdropper. I guess I'll take another Unauthorized Exit. See where this goes. But yeah, we are getting absolutely nothing out of this pack. All right, Museum Night Watch. We got a playable. Wow, how many Coerce to kills in this draft? Now, blue-black is the worst color combination, but that's a lot of Coerce to kills that we've seen in this draft. And now we have Dogwalker versus Griffknot Tracker. I'm just going to take the Detective. And after Pack 2, we were talking about how, oh man, this deck is great. We have so many playables. Well, Pack 3 gave us almost nothing, and I still think our deck is fine. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. But this deck still looks completely reasonable. I'm cutting... that was just me cutting all the mediocre cards-ish, and we'll just add them while we're building out our deck here. Still liking liking this setup. We had 17 or 18 cards that we were happy with after the first pack. So here we have 8-8-1 seems okay. I could see maybe the case being made for 9 white because we have all 2-drops that are white. But what are the other cards to consider here? There's Thinking Cap. Sanguine Savior is pretty mediocre. This is also mediocre. I think I want to play at least 1 copy of Unauthorized. Let's just put it all in. Let's just put it all in and then cut. How about that? So this is our setup. We have... Wow, we didn't get a single 2-mana card out of that last pack. I don't like Due Diligence. I don't really like that card. Wow, that's really rough. Do I have to play this Bubble Smuggler just to make sure I have something to do on 2? Possibly. Yeah, I'm definitely cutting Defenestrated Phantom. I do like playing most of my detectives because we have Case of the Pilfered Proof. We can put Smuggler. I think I'm just going to play the Smuggler. Like I said before, it's just important to have enough 2s, and I want to have at least like 6. So we'll play that. And then this is a nice curve. We have 6, 79, 12, 13, 18 creatures. Definitely a double on the job out cold deck. Case of the Pilfered Proof seems awesome here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11-ish, 12, 13, 14, 15 detectives. All right, I'm in. And then the Auspicious Arrival, also good. So I definitely want to play at least 1 copy of Unauthorized Exit, and then we can probably cut 1 more card out of this pack. It's probably just the Hotshot Investigators. I know it's a detective, but it costs 6. And when I have cards like Projector Inspector, you typically want to keep your curve low so you can throw away lands, right? Whereas if I have a hand with Hotshot Investigators, things just get kind of awkward. It is nice to have some number of expensive cards so that I can collect evidence here, but I don't think that matters too much. I can just pitch other things later. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut the Investigators and cut 1 copy of the Unauthorized Exit and just play it like this, just trying to give myself a critical mass of creatures still. And I don't think I ever want to draw multiple copies of Unauthorized Exit. We actually have 0 removal spells in here. We'll see how it goes. Okay, game number 1. All right, we got the Case of the Pilfered Proof on turn 2. I mean, I could have played the Investigators over the Vigilante. I think the Vigilante is just better. I've been pretty impressed with the Vigilante, especially with double Perimeter Enforcer. Okay. I'm okay with my opponent playing Lead Pipe on turn 2. I'm just gonna throw that out there. So it took a turn off to play this card, but I think we're gonna get a lot. I mean, it's giving us +3/+3 in stats here just from our hand alone. Huh. That's interesting. Do I want to play Projector Inspector or Perimeter Enforcer? Probably just the bigger card. That's more mana efficient. Now, do I want on the job or out cold? They're both pretty good. I actually am not sure. I think I like all my threats better. So I think my creatures are gonna be big enough with Case of the Pilfered Proof. So I'd rather just have out cold in case they just play a problematic creature. Oh, double Perimeter Enforcer. That's nice. Is this a trade I'm happy with? Probably not. I think I want to go double Perimeter Enforcer this turn. Is this a land? No, we'll just discard one of the Inspectors. That's fine. And then now we're gonna solve this case. Always loot. Let's discard the bounce spell, I think. And then do we attack now? No. I need to have 3 detectives in play at the end of my turn. Okay. So now our case has been solved. If one or more tokens will be created under your control, make that plus a clue instead. Okay. This is going to be super hard for them to race. Double 2/2 perimeter enforcers that threaten to be 3/3s every turn. Yeah, that's going to be hard. What are they going to do? Put lead pipe on their Sanguine Savior? Sure. Yep, no blocks. Ranger Captain Avios. I didn't even know this wasn't the set. Alright, they're probably getting a Novice Inspector here. Or a Fester Leech. Those are the two 1-drops I can think of. Alright, there's a Fester Leech. Let's play Cold Case Cracker. I'm actually happy to have that trade, by the way. Just because I make 2 clues, which is nice. Let's pitch the plains. Let's play the island. And let's attack for 6. Back to 20. Back to 20. Do I want to make this clue? Maybe I just attack. Oh, what is this attack? That's an interesting attack, opponent. Yeah, we don't block. So that means at least one of the cards in their hand is a combat trick, and that there's Fester Leech. And the reason why I'm okay with it is we get a lot of leeway here with the double perimeter enforcer that we have. Do I have a single white card? I don't think so. All right. I do want 3 blue, 3 white, and I'm actually going to keep this up here. I'm going to attack with the Flyers, and we know they have a combat trick, but hey, look, we're back up to 19 here, and at this point, I'm happy blocking. Like, I have the mana now to make 2 clues, crack the clue, but we also have potentially lethal. Okay, so all right, fine. So this looks like +2/+1 your whole team, right? That's what it feels like to me. We're at 19. So +2/+1 your whole team. I can eat this for free. And I can eat the Fester Leech, I guess? Well, I guess they don't need the combat trick then. Maybe I block the token here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright. Yep. Perimeter Enforcer is doing so much work. And we block the inside source where our Cold Case Cracker lives. 4, 8, 10, 12. This dies. They have a oh, they should probably just pump. They also have +2/+2. Yeah, okay. Okay, 4, 8. Oh, they gained a bunch of life too, I guess. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. We do need to be a little more careful now. We do have this out cold. Sacrifice your opponents can't cast. Yeah, I'm just in on the out cold plan here. I'll keep 1 Cold Case Cracker back. And we'll just pass. I guess if we kept the on the job, we would have killed them there. Where am I right now? Stop before combat. I'm actually not sure where we're at, but it's okay. We will tap Fester Leech and Sanguine Savior. I mean, if they moves, is it their main phase still? I mean, we have lethal in the skies right now. All right. We got them, and the power of the Perimeter Enforcer, allowing us to race our opponent. And now we are 1 win away from hitting Mythic. Oh, that's exciting. Okay. Ooh. We got some shots at this. I like our deck. And despite us getting almost nothing out of Pack 3. Okay. A little pressure. A lot of pressure? I'm not sure. This pack has nothing I can cast, so I'm going to mulligan. If I had a third land, I might keep. No 2-drop, which is pretty rough. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bottom out cold. With the Case of the Pilfer Proof, I just want all my detectives. But turn 2, Case of the Pilfer Proof again. And then if you don't draw land, then okay. Well, we did draw land. They could have the counterspell, but I think we still just play this because we can double spell on the following turn. Let's draw a card and let's discard. I guess it's the Consultant. It's a 4-3, though. If they play a face-down card, we are definitely ahead. Okay, so they have Makeshift Binding for the Inspector. Sure. Let's just play another Projector Inspector. Kind of want to find a land. Okay, well, this is just the exact repeat of the previous turn, but we missed a land drop, which is unfortunate. Wow, okay, but they're hitting their land drops. This is not cool. Opponent, relax. All right, I'm just going to play a 4-3 flyer. We'll keep our creatures in our graveyard. I don't really... The value of looting is just not even that high right now, so... All right, now it's their time to play some things. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and play Projector Inspect. I can't imagine something that I find that's better than this island, but let's loot anyways. Yep, I'm pitching Cold Case Cracker. I want to solve my case. And we do have... I mean, might as well. I was going to say we have Crime Stopper Sprite in our deck. So I want to just fill up my graveyard just in case I draw double Crime Stopper Sprite. But we ended up milling both of them. So hopefully we can't... So now, I mean, we have a really nice board. Cryptic Coat, they have a fantastic deck. Double Makeshift Binding Cryptic Coat and Consultant Inside Source, also good cards. But we have 2 big evasive creatures. So we are happy with that. And now, with this land, we're going to hold it, of course, because we have the Projector Inspector. But now any detective we draw, we can loot, which is nice. Let's pass. And okay. I'm totally fine with that. The thing is, they need to find answers to these flyers, and right now they don't have any. Okay, well, I take that back. Now they do. Well, I'm glad I milled myself because I'm back to 2 cards, but if I can find the other Crime Stopper Sprite, that does something for me. This is a very odd attack. You just want to throw away creatures? I'm okay for that, I guess. So now the question becomes, am I interested in trading my 4-3 for their 3-2 to continue pressuring them with this Perimeter Enforcer? Or do I offer the trade of the Enforcer to the tracker? I think I offer this trade. Although, will they block? They probably will, right? Yeah, let's just attack with both. Yeah, this is fine. Like they still don't have that many flyers in their deck. We're gonna face this down. If we get a trade here, that's good. We put a detective into play, and then we can loot. Oh, and we get a clue, which is great. Okay, well, never mind, not anymore. Oh, they have okay. Their deck is really good. Really, really good. Case of the Gateway Express, double Makeshift Binding, Cryptic Coat, Novice Inspector. Are they going to attack? All right, I'm just going to flip this up and attack them. Like, I don't care if it dies. I don't know if that's going to change anything. I guess I'll play it anyways, just because it's just a really great card here. Let's loot. Get rid of the island. Then let's attack with the Museum Night Watch. No bad trades here, really. And they're at 12. They probably just don't want to take 3. Okay. Alright, well, this is awesome. We get to loot. We get a clue. And then we get a 3/3 token here. All upside there. I'm going to pass and keep up the unauthorized exit in my hand. If they find a way to kill the Perimeter Enforcer, I might save it. I think kind of our path to victory here is with our flyers. Hotshot Investigators. Okay, that's really good. Because that's going to bounce my 3/3 token. Not much I can do about that. The face down card here can certainly attack, but man, this Case of the Pilfered Proof, giving my creatures this much power is going a long way. I really dislike this attack. They're basically doing this to get in for 6 points of damage, but then I can just block the detective here. Let's do that. Oh, sorry. They get to flip this too. No, never mind. That attack was completely fine. Okay. What now? Unauthorized exit's pretty good. I believe I want to attack with my flyer. I'm probably going to bounce something next turn. Alright. That's the only thing that we have. We'll play the Escape Tunnel. And we'll see what they do. They have 1 card left. And a clue. Agency Outfitter. You get a Thinking Cap or a Magnifying Glass and you put it in. I mean, they have to have one of those 2 cards. Alright, there's a Thinking Cap. I wonder what they're putting it on. Novice Inspector, okay. Alright, so big attack here. I'm pretty interested in trading the Hotshot Investigators with my Projector Inspector. Seems pretty good. Okay, well now, I think I'm just going to eat the Inside Source. Well now, I think I'm going to... I can also make my Inspector a 6/5 or 6/4. Do I get a nice block that way? I don't think so. Five, 6, 7, 8, 4, 12, 16. That's so much damage. That is just way, way too much damage. Yeah, I think I need to block. So let's block here. I mean, I guess I can eat the Novice Inspector with On the Job. Well, let's do this. Let's bounce you. Graveyard. Oh, for some reason I thought this made a clue. No, that was not good. Okay. Yeah. Hard to race in this situation, but we are going to try our best. We are at 12 life. We have On the Job, but they do have the big flyer that they can play next turn. Yeah, really close. I mean, our opponent's deck is very, very strong. Might have been able to play that last turn differently. I don't know. I definitely should have sacked my land first before surveilling, because I was going to do that anyways. I can also choose... Wait, do I have to block? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I don't have to block. But I probably want to? Yeah, it might have been better to cast On the Job just because it gets me 2 clues. And I kind of need to draw out of what's going on right now. I would certainly love to draw Out Cold. Out Cold would be very good. Three mana. Okay. I see. So now this is an attack for 11. This is an attack for 11 and they don't have a flyer. Now they can't play their 6-drop. Oh, this is an attack for 13, excuse me. 4, 8, 13. Okay. So I have to block. Damn. Okay. I see. 5, 9, 5, 9, 13. No, that was well played by them. I guess I just need to kill the Inspector here. Okay, get some clues. We need to find something big here. Our opponent definitely has us in a bit of a pickle. What is your last card? Don't be anything good. Oh my gosh, it was something good. Basically, they drew a 4-4 or whatever. Alright, you can move your thinking cap. That is fairly irrelevant. Alright, let's think here. So I can play Neighborhood Guardian plus Bubble Smuggler. I can gain 3 and go up to 6. And then I block 2 things and I die. That's not ideal. I can play Neighborhood Guardian, cast On the Job. No, that also doesn't seem great. Oh, man. I wonder if I Neighborhood Guardian and do a defensive On the Job. No, because then they just attack me with the face down card. Oh man, this is tough. Okay. We go to 6. We're dead on board. Yeah, they needed to whiff that one turn. Definitely feels like one of those games where I could have done something a little bit differently, but it was super close. I bounced the 4-3, but that ended up being pretty good. I mean, I could have sacked my Evolving Wilds land, but obviously that would have led to a different scry. Perimeter Enforcer really allowed us to stay in this game. I think there was a turn where, I think that turn where they attacked, it might have been better to cast On the Job so that I can crack my clue. Yep, if they attack with everything, I believe we are dead. Yeah. Because we block the 2 on the left and we take 7. Let's just crack a clue. Yep. And our opponent played really well. Shout out to Maya's Revenge. Good game. You crushed our dreams. We were so close. But you had a solid blue-white detectives deck. And it was a very close one. Very close one. There was also that moment where I decided that it was actually okay to trade my 4-3 flyer for their 3-2 flyer. Maybe that was also a thing. And then... No, this was not the game where I chose to... No, I think that was a previous game where I had Out Cold and the Pump Spell. I think that was the first game. All right, 1-1. Need to win 2. Need to win 2. We'll keep this. Not only because I'm on the play. All right. No 2-drops. Yep, of course. The red herring. The reddest of herrings. Let's go ahead and play Projector Inspector. Take action. Pitch the Consultant. Doesn't seem like it's very good here. I have plenty of better creatures to play at this point. Red Herring attacks. Not going to block. It can just play the Cold Case Cracker. And that makes it awkward for them. Alternatively, I can play the Night Watch. Oh, jeez. That is a Krenko. Well, that just makes everything stink, doesn't it? Whenever an artifact is put into your graveyard, you may pay red. If you do this, create a 1/1 red goblin token. Alright, well, they have a Bomb Rare in play. I'm just going to go with the higher upside play here in the Cold Case Cracker. And do I want to attack? Let's attack. I mean, if they have the Galvanize or whatever, you know. They have the Galvanize, but Krenko's just going to be doing a lot of work here regardless. We're going to face this down and then flip it up to block the Krenko. All right. Oh, it's any side? I actually did not know that. I thought it was their graveyard. What? Okay. Well, I think we're probably losing to Krenko with the Out Cold. Oh, hello. Oh, that helps a lot. That is phenomenal. Okay. Crime Stopper Sprite. Exiling these two. And we can tap down the Krenko. Yep, absolutely would love to loot. I mean, I don't think we're going to win this game. But this is something. So we trade with the red herring. And then they pay 1 and they still get a goblin? Oh my gosh. Are they going to deal 2 damage to everything and then get a goblin? Oh, that's disgusting. Alright. Krenko plus ill-timed explosion. I don't think there's too much we can do. We can just hope they don't have a 2-drop. Right? Like, if they wipe out the entire board, it's obviously not good for us, but at least we're not dead. And that's mostly a 3-4. They get +1 card on us. Okay, so it's 4 to everything. Oh, they still get a goblin? Come on. Alright, well, let's play the tracker and exile 2 large things. Let's get both of their 4-drops. Pass. Still think we're a dog. We went through a lot of lands. 6, 7, 10 lands. But they do have a nice blue-red deck. Face down card. Dramatic Accusation. Gosh. I'm just going to do this to cycle, to be honest. I'm not going to crack this because I can draw How's the Vigilante. We'll play it now. Alright, well, we've exhausted all of our resources. We will block the morph. Yeah, we're super dead. Sweeper got us good. Sweeper plus Krenko. Okay. Oh no! Is this a 1 and 2 start again? It's a 1 and 2. Those pips! Those pips! Okay. Well, uphill climb once again. Uphill climb once again. Red herring into the Krenko. We kept a non-2-drop hand. I mean, I don't think it would have mattered that game in general. The sweeper was going to get us anyways. And Krenko is just a really, really strong card. I didn't know that it triggers off both graveyards. I haven't played with it much, obviously. Wow. Okay. Time to climb. This is not... I'm mulliganing that hand. Too bad. I will keep this. Do I want double white or double blue? We have the Inspired Charge. There's not a lot of double blue cards in this format in general. So I think, yeah, I'm just going to put the island on the bottom. Being on the play here is great. We get to go... We have a 2-drop here. 1-drop? Goat? Are you goating me? Oh, I know what... You know what that is? They have, like, every single stop in the book. They literally... They're playing with... We got a full control opponent over there. Oh yeah, there's a red herring. Everybody's favorite. I'm actually going to play Inside Source here. Just so that I have something left in play. have this be a lightning rod for removal. And we don't really need to loot right now. So it's a suspected creature. I think it's just too risky to block here. But I mean, that was their play for the turn. Do you have another 2-drop? I guess they could. Yeah. I think they had a trick up their sleeve, and they're pretty sad that I didn't actually play into it. That's what I'm going to tell myself to make me feel like a good player. Let's play the Cold Case Cracker. 4 mana, 4/4 flyer. When it dies, investigate. Don't mind that. Oh, and an Anthem effect. It's very good. We are in a good old-fashioned racing situation, but I'm liking my odds here. The fact that they went War Leader's Call is actually really good for us. Gonna loot here with the Inspector. I guess the upside of keeping Inside Source is if we flip the case, we get an extra clue. Didn't think about that. That's interesting. Do I want an extra creature in play? I think I do. I just want as big of a board as possible. This is getting shocked. Okay. Yep. All right. A case of the Pilfered Proof solved. They're at 9 life. Inside Source, very good. Red Herring must attack. Oh, this deals damage to me too. Okay. This must attack. Even if they go +2/+2, I'm fine. So we're blocking. Like, there's no combat trick I can think of here that really punishes us. Oh, excuse me. Galvanize. Galvanize would be really good. But I think they have +2/+2 investigate. What? They killed the 2/4 and not the Inspector? Okay. I mean, they're both 4-power creatures. I'm just going to attack with everything. It's a lethal attack. Well, they are basically face-upping +2/+2. So what they're going to be able to do is use that +2/+2 spell on the 3/3, eat my Inspector, but then this eats the 2/2. But what if we just make it awkward on their mana? Or do we want to just not have to play around the +2/+2 spell? No, let's just attack with the flyer. I don't think I need to loot anymore. I have enough stuff in my yard. Do I? Well, if they play the Griffin, yeah, I guess I want to loot. Okay, now I can stop. Because if they play the Griffin and exile these 2 cards, I still have 6, and I only have 1 other Crime Stopper sprite in my deck. So, Case of the Pilfered Proof doing some serious work here. Next turn we have a pretty serious attack. Out Cold would be a nice draw. On the Job would be great. Any pump spell, really. A bounce spell would be great. I'm blocking. You attack, I block. Alright, so face down card, 1 to me. And then they have the +2/+2 spell, maybe. Yeah, that's definitely the +2/+2 spell. This could be Dogwalker. Oh, there we go. Alright. I guess we just attack with everything. And then they're probably going to block in a manner that's not ideal for them, but they have to. And do I just let this happen? This is weird, because I feel like they have a trick up their sleeve. I'm going to just pass. Okay. It was just concealed weapon. I thought it was a combat trick. Okay, whatever. They're dead. Okay. 2 and 2. Why do we do this to ourselves? I guess it just makes it more exciting, right? I guess it just makes it exciting. Back to 2 wins away from Mythic. Alright, so we're on the draw. We do have a 2, and then we just need to find a land, so I'm going to keep this. The inspectors will help us find lands to get to Vigilante. So we just need to find 1 land over the next 3 draw steps. We got the turn 2 Smuggler, just to get in the way. And then we just... Goblin Massmaker. Okay. Let's just go ahead and... I know the theoretically correct play is just to wait till the end of your opponent's turn, but... Look, we're just play your stuff. I'm just playing my stuff. Okay? Just play my stuff. Is this a high win rate card? I mean, obviously it's great turn 1. Do you like playing Goblin Maskmaker in your decks? I try to avoid it. It just feels like a 1-2 in a format full of 2-2s. Obviously turn 1 is great, but any other time you draw this card, it seems so bad. But when you can go shock into morph, I guess it's really good. They have a morph here too, right? Yep. Force the action. +3/+3 trample. +3 +... Okay. Alright. You're going to run out of gas at some point, right? That's the hope here, at least for us. Ooh, killed a dog walker. Huh. That was a really interesting attack. Do I play the Vigilante? Do I just want a 4/4? I kind of want to wait till I play these creatures, though. So let's go ahead and play this. Definitely don't care about Out Cold right now. We're at 9. I'm sensing some shenanigans. Why didn't they just flip that over last turn? You could have played a land this turn. Perhaps this was too conservative, not playing the Perimeter Enforcer. Okay. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening anymore. Alright, another face down card is in play. Perimeter Enforcer down. And I feel like I'm still just on the defensive here. Next turn I can probably hope for it to get a little more aggressive. But we're at 9 with 2 morphs in play and they have 5 mana. Okay. What you got? What you got for me? Okay, we will pump this, crack this clue. Go to 5, all morphs are down. We get another clue. All right, I'm happy about this. What was the other morph? Oh, they were both offenders at large, but let's go ahead and play the Vigilante. Put a counter on the Enforcer and start attacking. Yeah, and if this Vigilante can attack next turn, 3/3 Perimeter Enforcer, that's going to be really nice. Okay. I'd rather not play the tracker here and put a counter on the Perimeter Enforcer. And then see what they do. They might double block the Vigilante. They might not. Okay. Do we pass? Do we let this happen? I believe so. Okay, now that we know now that they only have the 2 mana, let's just go ahead and keep this alive. And now we just gained 5, killed 2 of their gardeners. We have a Neighborhood Guardian in play, 2 clues, great board. All right, we have stabilized. We have stabilized. Let's crack this clue. See if we find something on the job. That is something. That is most definitely something. All right. Perimeter Enforcer, once again, swinging the race. Okay. One more shot. Come on. Can this be the draft? We are 3-2. 3-2. Let's get number 4. Let's hit Mythic. Let's hit Mythic here. I wonder what Mythic rank I'll be if I win. Because I started Bronze 4. So I don't know if there's like a hidden elo in the game, but it might be pretty low. But of course we have to win still. We're on the draw. We have 2 drops. I'm going to keep. We have an island and a plains. We have a Perimeter Enforcer and 2, which is great. But we do need to string together some lands. For example, if we just draw 3 straight lands, I wouldn't be mad. But our opponent's on the play. Our opponent is on the play. Always bad. In this format, I don't know. If I'm on the draw, even with a hand like this, I feel like if my opponent's on the play, I feel like a 55-45 dog or something. Just because of the nature of the format and how much it rewards you for going first. I know all formats going first is good, but just this in particular. I feel like I feel like this format needed a couple of extra catch-up mechanic type cards so that people can actually try to draft slower decks and have success with them. For example, a combat trick that gains you life. Things of that nature, just so you don't just get totally run over. Okay, so we have Perimeter Enforcer, Seasoned Consultant if we miss a land. If not, I would like to play the Museum Nightwatch face down. Oh, our opponent mulled to 5, and we drew a land immediately. Okay. The stars have aligned. The stars have aligned. Let's not lose with a good hand, but our opponent might just be red-white aggro, and we still just get run over. Okay, they're red-black. Turn 2 Runebrand Juggler is great. That is a great, great start. All right, we drew back-to-back lands, so we get to play a good, fair game of Magic here. They attack us down to 2. They attack us for 2. No blocks from us. They're going to play a face-down card. Maybe. All right, there's the face-down card. Would have liked to draw on a Projector Inspector. Do I play the Seasoned Consultant here? I think I do. I don't have another 2-drop. Getting that extra point of lifelink in seems pretty relevant here to help with races. Happy to block the morph. Just taking the 2 is also okay. Next turn we can go Cold Case Cracker into Haas the Vigilante. Alright, Cold Case Cracker. Perimeter Enforcer gets in for 2 again. I mean, look at this. I mean, we both play 2 mana uncommons that are both great, but we're just so far ahead on the race, right? And now they're kind of almost incentivized to kill the larger flyer, and then we have the Vigilante. Interesting. No blocks. I've run into this situation many times against Rakdos. They just attack with everything, and I have a Perimeter Enforcer in play, and I'm just like, okay. Just like, do your worst. Yeah, okay. That is pretty big, to be honest. Is this a combat trick? What's happening here? That was about the best possible thing in terms of swinging a potential race situation, though. What can they do here? There's +2/+0. Oh my gosh, they are getting really aggro. Okay. All right, let's I'm a little bit afraid now that they play the Performer. I am not going to lie to you. So let's just attack with the Enforcer now. I mean, when your opponent goes Felonious Rage my creature to deal 2 extra points of damage, they're up to something, right? They are definitely up to something. So this feels like a +3/+0 and Investigate. Yeah, we'll block like this. I want to get that Performer off the battlefield, if possible. And by blocking like this, they need to have 2 combat tricks, right? Because these are both favorable blocks for me. If they have Toxin Analysis on the Runebrand Juggler, I guess that's pretty good. But then I get to eat the Performer for free. So if they have a combat trick, what do they do? I mean, they just lose their Juggler, kill my Vigilante? Doesn't seem bad. If they put it on the Juggler, they don't kill 2 of my creatures here. I mean, they're in a situation, though, where they mold a 5. So they just need to be really aggressive and hope just I mess up somewhere along the way most of the time. Next turn I have 6 mana, so I can just go cast Crime Stopper Sprite and face down the Museum Nightwatch. I feel like you really want to kill this Vigilante, though. It's going to put another counter on the Enforcer, which is pretty tough. There it is. We called it. We called it, but we got to eat a creature for free, so it's all good. Ooh, Case of the Pilfered Proof is interesting. I think I'd rather just add permanents to the battlefield, though. I don't have an extra card to collect evidence here from. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's just play everything. Yeah. I'm much less concerned now. We're at 11 life, and we have 2 creatures to block with. They're at 5. And one of our creatures has Ward. Unless that other card is also a Pyrotechnic Performer. It could be. It certainly could be. But they're on 3 mana. I mean, they've been able to do a lot with that 3 mana, to be fair. Yeah, I think I'm just never passing this card. Just mini Baneslayer Angel. Okay, here we go. 2 mana, crack a clue. It's time. It's time. I can taste it. Yes! Yes! We are Mythic gamers. From Bronze 4 to Mythic, the climb now begins. The climb now begins. We have finally hit Mythic from Bronze 4 when this series started a week ago. Boom. Win number 4. We still have some matches to go. We are rank 284. 283 slots to go for rank 1. Yes! All right. All right. Oh, look at that thing. That's so gorgeous. Nice and orange. We're on the play. We got a 2-drop. We're good. We are Mythic gamers. Oh, feels good. Feels good. Let's play the tunnel. Get the island. Consultant into Inspector. Bystander, okay. Let's play the Inspector. What do I want to pitch? Well, all these are completely fine options. I think it's the Guardian at this point. I think Auspicious Arrival will be pretty good, especially because we were on the play. I mean, could also get rid of the Night Watch, but this is a nice value play. But the thing is, if I wanted to attack, I guess the upside of the Guardian is if I wanted to attack, I can Arrival into the Guardian. But let's just go ahead and just play a face-up Museum Night Watch. We're good. This one's always nice. It's always just safe to attack with this card. This could be the 4-2, I guess. Yep. I mean, that was going to get us anyways. But seems a little too late for Case of the Pilfered Proof to do anything. So that dies. Yeah, this is completely fine. Now we just play the Vigilante. Pump our 2-2 and attack with both. Hey, Bubble Smuggler here too. Not a horrible draw, right? Now if we just draw land, boom, we got a random 6/5. Okay, Person of Interest. Oh yeah, we are getting in there. Would you like to double block? Oh, this is not going to go well for you. And let's play this land and face this down. Yeah. All right. Tempo-licious. Tempo. I'm gonna say that's what I'm gonna go with. Tempo-licious. This can't. I mean, you can't block. Might as well attack. 4, 5. Yeah. Well, not that it really matters. Yeah. So we just tap these two down, and we attack. And that is 11 damage. All right. We are clawing back. Okay, where are we now? 239? 239? Wait, what were we before? I felt like we were higher. Wait, we keep going down? There's too many people. It's okay. We started out 1 and 2 and rattled off 4 in a row. It's very similar to yesterday's deck, right? Another blue-white detective deck where we also started out 1 and 2. I think we got 4 or 5 with that one too. So, can we beat the last one? Can we beat the last one and pick up a few more wins this time around? Okay. Ooh, look at this. 240 versus 242. We duking it out. No lands here. We are definitely keeping this. Can probably bin the Bubble Smuggler because we have double Perimeter Enforcer. Nice hand, though. Need a land. Land number 3 would be quite nice. We can afford to not draw a land for 1 turn, though, with this hand. Because I really just want to play another Perimeter Enforcer here, turn 2. Turn 3, rather. Do you have a 2-drop? Do you have a Galvanize? V2 Ghazi Enforcer would be really annoying. That's what this feels like, because there's like a delay. Just a 2-mana 1/3 reach. Can't beat it. How can you possibly... Okay, I was like, how can you possibly have this many turn 2 plays? But we missed the land drop, so this is going to be tough. If we can't find a land next turn... I mean, next turn is the really pivotal turn. Because... if we don't draw a land, we just don't have a play. I mean, I guess we could draw another 2-drop, but I'd rather not. All right, give me a land. Not like this. Oh well. I guess I want this Bubble Smuggler. The Bubble Smuggler would have been something to play. I just figured, hey, I have multiple draws at a land. If I ever draw land number 3 to play the Inspector, then I'm gonna that's gonna help me find more lands, and I'm just never gonna want the Bubble Smuggler. There's a Dogwalker. So if you're gonna do this, you should just, in general, not that it matters here, if you're gonna do the Dogwalker thing, it has Vigilance, so just unmorph it first and then attack. Also, this leaves you vulnerable to destroy target tapped creature, so there's just lots of reasons to just unmorph it right away. Right, let's go ahead and play Projector Inspector. And let us discard... Is it Museum Nightwatch or Out Cold? It's probably Out Cold. What I wanted is to get another 4-drop in the yard so I can play my Crime Stopper Sprite if needed. And Nightwatch seems really good here because I can just block and not worry about any combat tricks that they can play. So what is this? +3/+3 in first strike, or +3/+3 in trample? It uses their whole turn, though. I mean, it's still quite good, but I'll block. I'll bite. Okay, sure. Yep. That's better. Well, no, they get the clue, I guess. And then now, do we go with the Nightwatch here? Yeah. Night Watch, so I don't have to worry. If they attack, I'm just... Well, I guess I'll probably take the Innocent Bystander. But any of these other cards, like I'm happy trading the Night Watch for the Dog Walker and then getting a Detective. And then kind of our game plan here is to try to win in the skies. Snap this off. And then now, the 2/2 I'm happy to trade with the Bystander because it won't give them a treasure. Probably they're going to play something big here. Nope, they did not, actually. Oh! What? So they're a red-green deck splashing Crawl Whipcracker? I'm just going to say I did not see that one coming. Wow. Okay. I mean, this has reach. We'll trade. I have the Cracker here too, so. But they're kind of up on resources, so I'm a little bit concerned here. That Whipcracker got us good. All right, let's continue playing out lands. 15 to 14, we do have Perimeter Enforcer, which helps racing situations. Our opponent chose to not block with the Crawl Whipcracker. Hopefully we make them pay here by next turn casting Crime Stopper Sprite to tap down the Whipcracker, maybe attack for 4, get them low enough where I can get them with potential lethal attack in the skies with my 3 flyers and on the job. So that's what I'm trying to set up for. And the lifelink on the Enforcer is really helping kind of these racing situations. Now, if they attack, I think I have to block. And again, force them to use their combat trick. But then I just don't have anything on offense. Right? If I block, I just don't... If I block and they have a combat trick, I just don't have anything on offense. But nothing is off the table now that I see this Gravestone Strider. With the Crawl Whipcracker. Alright. We got a serious tanker here. Just a face-up Shady Informant. Okay. Yep, this is our game plan. 4-2. Submit. Let's tap you down. And here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so the Crime Stopper meets the block. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Although I don't think we're dead. So now it just depends on what they have. Right? If they have a removal spell or a creature with reach, we die. Or we don't die, but we can't kill them next turn. Alright, they're just playing a 2-1. Okay. Alright, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus 3 gives 4. That's 15 damage. If they have shock... The problem is this isn't quite lethal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they have plus X for each creature you control, then that's more than lethal, right? Like even if we block the 4-2, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. I suppose we can block a doggo. Okay, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No blocks. Right, no blocks. I mean, if they have 2 combat tricks, the plus X and reach equal to the number of creatures you control is like the card that kills us. but I feel like I just need to go for the line that helps us win, which is, yep, they're going to, yep, that's not enough. I don't think that's enough, right? 3, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14. Woo! I love it. I absolutely love it. These are the tight games I'm talking about. These are the tight games that I love. Yes. That one feels good. Anytime you win a close game like this, also when you lose, it feels bad. But when you win a close game like this, where you're just, it looks like your back's against the wall, and you can come back and defeat a Mythic gamer, whew, that's what Magic is all about. And now we have clawed back. We went from 1-2 to 6-2. One more for the 7? All right. For all the marbles. Look, this is way better than I could have anticipated. Way more than I could have imagined, given that we started out 1-2. We defeated a Mythic opponent. We hit Mythic. Cannot complain. Kept this hand, hoping I can draw. Oh, okay. That's actually nice, because I didn't have a 3-drop anyways. So I can go Case of the Pilfered Proof into Perimeter Enforcer. Certainly a face-down card's gonna see play this turn. But we just played a 2/2 Flying Lifelinker on turn 3. Not bad. Nice lands. Alright. Enforcer got murdered. But we have Cold Case Cracker here. 4 mana, 4/4. Do you have a murder for this as well? Now, if they attack, it can be the Crocodile. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, well. It exiles. Oh my gosh. That's extra good. That's extra good. Alright. Our opponent has all the answers. All of them. I was like, oh, at least I'm going to get my clue. Still learning little things about the format. Basilica Stalker. Okay, so they get to scry 1. That's fine. We'll probably just bounce it next. Oh, we do have perimeter. Okay. Here's my question. Do we go for the... Gosh. I think we just get hit by this, honestly. It's just too risky to go +2/+2 with all that open mana. Doesn't feel great, though, I will say. Face down card. Let's turn this face up. And let us attack with everything. What is this card? +3/+3? Presumed dead. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+0, and when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield suspected. Interesting. I mean, it can be like some gigantic creature. I can just bounce it. I think I want to bounce it. And don't think I want Neighborhood Guardian. And that's a... Okay, it was a Basilica Stalker. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, they could have presumed dead if I blocked and used Auspicious Arrival the previous turn. Yeah, the Stalker providing a lot of value for them. I don't know what we need to draw. Okay. I mean, I guess now we're kind of at the point where it's just like, okay, well, if you have a combat, I mean, like, if they have something, they have something, is the way I see this now. It's the bite spell. Oh, no. I can't even save it. I don't think I have a second copy of this card. Yep. All right. Well, sadly, I don't think we're going to get the trophy here. The Basilica Stalkers actually did some work. I don't see black-green often, but this one seems like an okay version. They didn't even do anything crazy. I mean, they had a murder. Their deck looked fine, but I guess they had the... I mean, big flyers are just hard for our... One thing that I did mention was we don't have a lot of removal in our deck, so... Man, they even blocked. How dare they? I was kind of... I guess I should have maybe used Auspicious Arrival end of turn to try to hit an out cold for the Stalkers. I guess we had outs there. But if our opponent actually didn't block, we had lethal. Exactly lethal. Alright. Our opponent had a pretty decent black-green mid-range deck, but it's okay. GG's, opponent. We went 6-3. We started out 1-2, but we rattled off 5 in a row. We hit Mythic. This is a success. I'm going to call this a success. Taking a look, another blue-white deck. I've been going blue-white a lot. I really want to go red-white, but I just feel like because red-white, just letting you know, it is clearly the best color, clearly the best archetype. I'm going to just do some quick research here. And basically, I believe red-white, looking at deck color data here on 17 lands, red-white has a 61.5% win rate. The next highest is green-white at 58.7%. So red-white has nearly a 3% higher win rate than any other color. So everybody wants to be red-white. Second best win rate color combination is Selesnya, followed by, I believe, Azorius. Yeah. So white is just clearly the best color. If you want to succeed, you want to be white, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that white has premium 2-drops, right? You have 2 copies. You have Seasoned Consultant and Market Watch Phantom as both cards you just will play as many copies of if you can. And they're both at common, and you want both in your deck, right? Whereas other colors, look at black. Black has the 2-mana 2/1. That's it. Red is nice because you at least have Shock and Galvanize to keep pace with your opponent's 2-drops as well, right? And then green, the reason why green-white's doing well, combat tricks are good, green's creatures are good, and green also has 2 decent 2-drops in the Tunnel Tipster and also the 1/3 reach creature, the V2 Ghazi thing. So this was the deck. I mean... there was nothing spectacular about it. And also keep in mind, Pack 3, we got almost nothing, right? We got almost nothing out of Pack 3. And it was still fine because we prioritized making sure that we had just the right curve. And Pack 2 obviously was great. And we had some number of spells, but you still wanted to keep your creature count really high because of this left side of the curve here, right? The 2-drops. And if you just draft something like this, you will do well. You will do well. You'll pick up your 4 wins or 5 wins a lot of the time instead of trying to really kind of go wild with playing a bunch of expensive cards in your deck. But blue-white, 6-3, hit Mythic, can't complain. Road to rank 1 continues. We just have to beat 240 players. That's it. And we're there. And we get there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button for more videos just like this. I'll catch you tomorrow.